guys, welcome back to Ava'S Flava. I'm Ava, and on today's episode I'm going to show you guys how to make some delicious corned beef hash. Yay! So if you are left over with some corned beef and potatoes, this is a perfect thing to make. And if you're tired of that guy Reuben, then this is perfect for you. Get it, Reuben sandwich. Okay, so don't be upset if you have leftover corned beef. Just hash it out, all right? Otherwise you might pinch yourself if you don't make this. All right, let me show you what you're gonna need. Okay, so first what you're going to need is about 2 cups of leftover corned beef, 1 small chopped onion, about 5 potatoes, and 2 tablespoons of butter. Alright guys, let's hash this out. Okay, so first what you're going to do is you're going to, after you wash and scrub your potatoes, you are going to peel them, okay, and we're going to quarter them and throw them in a pot of salted water and just let them boil for about 10 minutes because we don't want to cook them all the way. We just want them to be cooked a little bit. Oh, a notorious TIP is you could do this all the night before and just leave the potatoes in the water so they don't turn brown. Hey, what do you think about that? Alright, so now I'm just quartering them. And if you have a bigger potato, like the one I just peeled was a little bigger, so you want to try to cut them so they're all uniform in size, okay? So just do that and start throwing them in the pot. Okay, so now that our potatoes are nice and fork tender, you just want the fork to go in with a little bit of resistance, okay? You don't want it to completely slip right in there. Okay, so once they've cooled a little bit, they're still steaming, but they're not too hot for me to handle. I'm just going to start chopping them, and at this point, you can kind of chop how big you like the pieces. If you want smaller pieces, then chop them small, okay? But I like my stuff chunky, like I like my chibbo hubbo. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and kind of give this a nice little chop, and then I'll meet you guys at the stove. Alright, so our potatoes are diced, and now what we're going to do is come over to the stove on about medium high. We're going to melt our butter, and then dump in our, start sauteing our onions. And I found some bell peppers in the fridge, so I'm going to throw those in there too that I diced up. Okay, so dump in the onions. Our onions, and then our little tiny bit of bell pepper that I had. That'll just be delicious. And then we're going to saute these for about 5 minutes. Our onions are looking beautiful. They're nice and softened and getting a beautiful color. Now we are going to add in our potatoes. Okay, my cubed potato, and you can use Yukon Gold potatoes. I used red, russets, whatever you want or whatever you have. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt here and some pepper. Okay, and then we're going to add in our corned beef. And then just kind of mix it around so everything's nice and mixed together. And then what we're going to do is flatten it out with a spatula so that way, and then we're going to let it cook so that way it gets a nice crust. Okay, so just flatten it all out like this, and then let it cook for, I don't know, like 5 or so minutes, and then we'll check on it. Alright, so it's been about 10 minutes, and now what you're going to do, it's got a nice crusty bottom, is just kind of take it and start flipping it, okay? And then you'll flatten it out again and then let it cook. Some of those are really crispy. And just let it cook on the other side for a few more minutes. Alright, it's been just a few more minutes on the other side I cooked. Now what I'm going to do is something you don't have to do, but it's going to be delicious. I'm just going to scoop some of this to the side. I'm going to make 2 little wells here, because one, I'm going to do an egg in here. One for Chebo and one for me. Okay, so crack your egg right in the hole here. And we're going to do these sunny side up. Alright, so so I'm just going to do this one. Oh, little salt and pepper. And then I'm going to put a lid on it so that way the runny part of the egg gets cooked. Alright, it looks like our little eggs are cooked. Look, they're beautiful! Yay! Okay, so now, oh, and by the way, I've had it on, I dropped the heat down to medium after I added in the potatoes. I just forgot to tell you guys that, okay? So now I'm just gonna scoop this onto a plate and we're gonna dig in. Besides smelling super delicious, this smells cheap and easy. Yes! Okay, so, and then the egg acts as like glue, and look, all the potatoes and stuff are sticking to it. These other ones I added, of course. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of green onion on top just because I love it. And you can do some hot sauce, that would be delicious too. And then watch when I cut into the yolk, it's just going to spill into the potatoes. Isn't that wonderful? It's going to be so delicious. Okay, I'm going to take a bite here. And I know it's already delicious. Yay! I hope you guys enjoy this episode and make it. It's super duper easy, and hopefully you already had the leftover corned beef and potatoes, so it would cost nothing at all, okay? Alright, so hash it out. Alright, subscribe to me and check out my Ava'S Flava Facebook page and like it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!